Picture this. The late 1800s, the world is on the cusp of a revolution, lit by gas lamps and powered by steam. And at the heart of this changing world, a thundering giant, Niagara Falls. For centuries, people saw its raw, untamed power. Artists painted it, daredevils challenged it, but a few visionaries saw something more. They saw the future. They asked a question that would change everything. Could we harness this incredible force? The idea wasn't entirely new. For years, small mills and factories had nibbled at the edges of the Niagara River, using water wheels to power their machinery directly. But this was small-scale, local. The real dream, the grand challenge, was to capture Niagara's energy and send it far, far away, to light up cities and power industries miles from the riverbank. This was the dream of long-distance power transmission, a concept that sounded like science fiction to most. The man who took up this challenge was a lawyer and businessman named Edward Dean Adams. He founded the Niagara Falls Power Company in 1889. Adams wasn't an engineer, but he was a brilliant organizer. He knew that to achieve this monumental task, he needed the best minds in the world. He established the International Niagara Commission, a kind of scientific dream team led by the renowned British physicist Lord Kelvin. Their mission was to decide the best way to harness the falls. The debate was fierce. Some argued for compressed air, others for hydraulic systems using ropes and pulleys. It was a battle of old versus new, but one technology, still in its infancy, was gaining ground: alternating current, or AC electricity. Enter the titans of electricity: Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Edison, the celebrity inventor, was a staunch advocate for direct current, or DC. He argued it was safer and more reliable. His system was already lighting up parts of New York City, but it had a critical weakness. DC could untravel long distances without losing massive amounts of power. It was like trying to shout across a canyon. The message gets weaker with every foot. On the other side was Nikola Tesla, the brilliant, eccentric genius. Tesla was the champion of alternating current. His AC system, backed by the industrialist George Westinghouse, could be stepped up to high voltages using transformers. Sent over thin wires for hundreds of miles with minimal loss, and then stepped down to safer, usable levels at its destination. It was the perfect solution for Niagara's grand ambition. The war of the currents was at its peak. Edison, in a campaign to discredit AC, publicly electrocuted animals to show its supposed dangers. It was a dramatic and grim spectacle. But science and economics were on Tesla's side. In 1893, Westinghouse and Tesla won the prestigious contract to illuminate the Chicago World's Fair, the White City, entirely with alternating current. It was a dazzling, breathtaking demonstration of AC's potential. The world saw the light, and the Niagara Commission was convinced. They chose Tesla's AC system. The decision was made. Now came the hard part: building it. This was engineering on a scale never before attempted. Workers began digging a massive tunnel over a mile long, deep beneath the town of Niagara Falls. This diversion canal would channel a portion of the mighty Niagara River to the new powerhouse, a magnificent stone building designed by the famed architect Stanford White. Inside this palace of power, they installed the largest electrical generators the world had ever seen. These were Westinghouse's AC dynamos, each one a towering testament to Tesla's designs. These behemoths were designed to convert the mechanical energy of falling water into electrical energy. The sheer scale was mind-boggling. Imagine turbines the size of small houses spun by the diverted river, connected to generators that would hum with unimaginable power. The air was thick with anticipation. Years of planning, millions of dollars, and the reputations of some of the world's greatest minds were on the line. Skeptics were still abound. Would it work? Could they truly tame Niagara? Then came the moment of truth. On the evening of August 26, 1895, the switches were thrown. The giant turbines began to spin, slowly at first, then faster and faster, driven by the relentless force of the water. The generators roared to life, not with a bang, but with a deep, resonant hum, the sound of a new era being born. Power surged through the lines, first lighting up the streets of Niagara Falls itself. For the first time, the town was illuminated not by gas, but by the very waterfall that gave it its name. But that was just the beginning. The ultimate test was to send that power to the city of Buffalo, over 20 miles away. This was the long-distance challenge that had started it all. Engineers erected a transmission line, a string of wooden poles and copper wires stretching across the landscape from Niagara to Buffalo. On November 16, 1896, the final connection was made. In a substation in Buffalo, an engineer held his breath and flipped a switch. The city, which had been waiting in darkness, suddenly flickered to life. Streetcars began to move. Factories whirred and lights shone brightly, all powered by a waterfall 22 miles away. It was a triumph. The news flashed across the globe. Niagara Falls had done it. Tesla, Westinghouse, and Adams had proven that hydroelectric power could be transmitted safely and efficiently over long distances. They had effectively wired the world for the 20th century. The impact was immediate and profound. The Niagara Falls Power Project became the model for hydroelectric plants all over the world. It powered the rise of American industry, providing cheap, abundant electricity for factories producing everything from aluminum to chemicals. It lit up cities, transformed transportation, and fundamentally changed the way people lived and worked. Today, when we flip a switch, we rarely think about the incredible journey that electricity takes to reach us. We take for granted that the power we need is always there, flowing silently through the walls of our homes. But it all started here, in the thunderous roar of Niagara Falls, with a group of visionaries who dared to dream of harnessing a giant and lighting up the world. The Adams Power Plant stands today as a monument to that incredible achievement. It's a reminder that sometimes the greatest leaps forward for humanity come from looking at a force of nature and not just seeing its beauty, but imagining its potential. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story of innovation and ingenuity as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the moments that shaped our world. See you in the next video.